I guess you can intro this one to me.
Hey, yeah, I'm saying, hey guys.
Keep that in.
Yeah, hey guys. Now, I don't know if you saw on the channel already, James has put his top 5 games of the year. Now we're going to do his top 5 movies of the year. I don't know how many movies you've watched this year.
It's funny, I went through a list of like all the big movies this year, and then I realized I only go to see certain movies. And spoilers, they're comic book related.
So, with that being said, James has his top 5 movies. So, you know what? Take it away, James. What's your top 5 movies?
I'm gonna start with I originally when I wrote these I didn't put them in an order, and now I'm like putting them in order on the spot. But number 5 is definitely number 5. It's Pacific Rim Uprising.
Okay.
Pacific Rim franchise. We actually saw this movie together.
Yeah, we did.
Pacific Rim. It's not, again. It's one of those movies where we even talked about it afterwards. It's not a great movie. You just kind of watch it and you're like, yeah, I'm entertained. But I love the original movie, the first Pacific Rim, a whole lot.
Yeah.
This one left a little bit to be desired, but again, I didn't see too many movies this year. And it's one of those things where I watched this and I was like, yeah, you know, big robots, a lot of the same cast and everything, really cool. That's all I need. I'm a very simple man sometimes. That's why it's only number 5, though.
It was entertaining. I will say that it was an entertaining popcorn movie. I really enjoyed it.
We also got to see it for free, so that's kind of a big bonus.
Sure did.
So that's kind of why it was like, yeah, okay.
And did we get free popcorn and drinks for that one too?
I don't remember I remember I got the free shirts and stuff because I made a tweet and they liked it, so they called me up to get a free bag of shirts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All you have to do to get in my top 5 is give me stuff and let me see your movie for free. Number 4 will be Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay.
Out of all the comic book movies I saw, it was the most kind of like, sure. Like, whatever.
It's better than Ant-Man.
Yeah, I would say that. And it's not, again, it's a movie that it didn't do anything over the top crazy, and it's just a dumb, fun watch. Paul Rudd, always entertaining. I can't say too many great things about the movie because I watched it and I'm glad I watched it. But out of all the movies, all the recent Marvel movies, if someone was like, hey, should I go see it? And I'd be like, if you want.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like a must-go see. But, I mean, with the new Avengers coming out,
you kind of need to watch
you got to see everything.
You got to watch this one.
And, yeah, so that's why, again, I mean, it's a little bit better than Pacific Rim, but it's still only on the outside of my top 3. I think my top 3 is pretty okay. Number 3 would be Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2 was actually good. Almost, I would say not better, but it's as good as the first one.
Yeah, it's right with the first one as far as how good it was. Like, a lot of people probably put the first one above it just because it had that shock factor.
Yeah,
like this is the first one. But yeah, I mean, it was a good, jolly, fun time. A lot of dumb little cameos and stuff from like Brad Pitt and stuff like that in there.
I didn't even know that was Brad Pitt until I watched it for the 3rd time.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Brad Pitt. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say the one detractor is that they re-released this movie again for Christmas time. But,
just so that Disney can make an edit for PG-13.
Yeah.
All right, Disney.
But Deadpool 3, very, very, very funny movie. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely go recommend watching that and the first one if you haven't seen those. Number 2 is Avengers Infinity War.
You got it on number 2. Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what your number 1 is.
No,
I had Infinity War as your number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Infinity War, it's one of those movies where we kind of talked about it previously in our most anticipated movies, but it's a big culmination of all the things.
Yes, it is.
But in a way, it kind of is a drawback because you're going from story to story to story to story. And again, it's my number 2, so I still really have it highly ranked. But that's why it is number 2, is because it does jump all around the place. And obviously, like, I can follow it because I know everything.
Yeah.
But it's still a bit much, and you realize like every couple minutes you're in a new story, and that's why number 1 only follows one story. It's Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
You can talk about some Avengers
real
stuff.
Quick, real quick about Avengers Infinity War. That's why it wasn't my best Marvel movie this year, because Black Panther is my Marvel movie.
Yeah.
But even though it is, I don't think it hits my top 5. I will see my top 5 in a moment. But my biggest problem with Infinity War, it's the best in Avengers movie, but the problem is that it had too many fires in, like too many pots on the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was running through those so quick, It didn't give you enough time to breathe, and I understand that's what the Russo brothers wanted, but it's like, give me some time to like digest the scene, you know? And I guess that's why I have it at like, if I ranked all of my Marvel movies, right, I think it's at number 7 or number 6. Doesn't even crack top 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good, but yeah, his number 1 is the best Marvel movie this year.
Black Panther, hands down, because it does give you just that one story, and it's very well acted, great like scenery, great storytelling, and I will say, so similar to all a qualm I've made with a lot of the previous Marvel movies, the first one is always mirror version of myself, right? You're fighting, Iron Man's fighting Warmonger, Wasp is fighting, or Ant-Man's fighting Yellow Jacket, like everyone always kind of fights someone who's very similar to them. And this is the same kind of scenario as that, but we get a villain that's arguably more interesting than the hero.
I would say so. I would argue that. Granted, I feel like Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan's acting kind of was a hit bit here and there, but like Killmonger was the most interesting character in the entire film, and you're just sitting there wondering, you know what, maybe he's actually right.
And it's one of the things, we have the unique thing where a lot of the other movies, when you see their first movie, it's their origin story and it's their first introduction. We were already introduced to T'Challa previously, so they didn't necessarily need to tell his origin story, so it's more of Killmonger's story.
Yeah.
Like, it even starts like with him and his father and stuff, like, it all starts with that. And it's cool to see. I always love movies that have a villain who's kind of the main character. Similar like how Thanos is technically kind of the main character of Infinity War, because following his story, this more or less follows Killmonger's story and then just them trying to get him in the whole process.
Right. And so that's why I liked it so much. And arguably Killmonger is not top villain. I would say he's number 2, and unfortunately Thanos is number 1, with Loki right at number 3. And yeah, like if there was any villain that I would be like, yeah, you know what, your means justify. Your actions justify the means. Yeah. It would be Killmonger's.
Yeah, and obviously the great soundtrack. Probably my second favorite Marvel soundtrack behind the first Guardians.
Yeah.
That movie was just damn good. And it's another thing. It's funny looking some of the top games and stuff like. This early 2018 was really good. Like January, February was amazing.
Year. And I was just like, at first I was like, why are they putting Black Panther so early in the year? I don't understand it. And then literally first 2 months of the year were phenomenal. And I'm just like, I'll take that.
Yeah, Black Panther definitely, like, what I was thinking of it, like, that was the first movie I was like, oh, this come out this year? Okay, that's number 1. Like, nothing else would have beaten it this year. But yeah, tell me what your favorite movie of mine are. I don't even want to hear what your favorite movie is. Just tell me what my movies I picked, which one's your favorite.
Yes, just comment and tell him which one of his top 5 movies.
Validate me.
Exactly. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn off on notifications if you haven't. Later in the week, I'm going to put my top 5 games and movies out there. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm excited that you put Black Panther in there. I think it cracked my top 5. You'll find out later in the week. I think I cracked it in there. But is there anything you wanted to say?
Not really, other than I really need to go see other things than comic book movies, apparently.
Unfortunately, I was about to say, out of all the movies, I've watched 46 films this year, which is a high number for me. I usually want to watch more. I was trying to hit 50, but I couldn't this year. But yeah, I've watched 46, and I had to dumb all those down to 5.
Yeah, that's a lot. I probably watched like 6 movies and had to go to 5, so that was pretty. Yes, Solo didn't make it in. I think that was the.
Ooh, oh my God. Well, that's probably one of the most disappointing movies of this year. We're going to talk about that. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening to James' Top 5 Movies.
I still need to see Creed 2, so don't acknowledge.
I forgot you haven't
That's
seen
why
that
it's not on my
yet.
list. That's not on my list because
you know
of
what's sad? It's not even. It cracks my top 10, not my top 5 this year.
And Spider-Man, obviously, into the Spider-Verse probably would have been on this list, but I haven't seen either of those movies yet because your boy is broke.
Oh my gosh! See, now this is why I got to go back and redo mine later this week. So thank you for reminding me. Crap. Now, but from all of us here at Stage 3, guys, thank you for joining us. See you guys next year.